Hey, what's up everyone? It's Diadem37 here from Twitch, and we are going to go over a Xim tutorial today. It's going to be a very fast and brief one. So I'm just going to go over the equipment that I'm using. I'm currently playing on an Xbox One S. I'm using the Logitech G502 Hero mouse at 25,000 DPI. If you didn't know it can go to that and you're still stuck on the 16,000 DPI, there was a firmware update for that mouse. And I'm just using a basic half keyboard, mechanical keyboard. There's nothing special about it. It was a $35 keyboard on Amazon. So that's it for the equipment. The polling rate is going to be 1,000 Hertz. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you that have been using the Xim for some time know that you have to go into your global settings, enable expert configuration to do your 1,000 Hertz. I don't think I need to include that in every video anymore. But so I'm just going to go over my Xim settings in the app fast. My settings for both ADS and hipfire are going to be 3.5. I know my last video was at 3.80, but I felt that with the update, my sense felt fast after that. And I had done a couple warm-ups with it. You know, I've been playing for over 2 hours after the update for crossplay, and it just didn't feel the same. So I don't know if there was something that happened internally in the game due to the crossplay or just what. But so yeah, we'll jump into that really quick. So my sense, like I said, is went from 3.80 to 3.50. I feel it's a nice balance at the 25,000 DPI mark. As you can see here, I'm barely moving my wrist. I shouldn't say barely. I'm moving my wrist. I'm not moving my whole arm. If I want to use my arm, I'm using it for doing those nice 180 turns, almost 360s. So I have no recoil modifications on it. I don't believe in using any of that stuff, and I'm not a huge fan of these overpowered aim assists that almost feel like aimbot, and I feel that they remove from your ability to find right? I like my headshots and knowing that I can micro adjust. I also I wouldn't say downgraded. I also changed my screen size from a 55-inch TV to a 24-inch computer monitor. Tremendous change too there. That was a tremendous change to be able to fine aim a lot, because I'm closer now to the screen too. A lot of the smaller objects appear better. So I think that's something that a lot of console players need to be aware of, is that yeah, okay, console's designed for television, but it's not the same as the PC monitor, guys. PC monitor, gaming monitor, the refresh rate and everything, it really makes a difference. So I have zero smoothing now with my new Xim setup. I remember in the 3.80 in the last video that I made, I had for hipfire, my hip was at 3 for smoothing and my ADS was at 1. Now they're both at 0. Steady aim boost still at 0, no turn assist. So I'll run over my key settings for the RT LT. Obviously it's going to be the mouse triggers. For the melee, I actually have it on the back button of the mouse. My middle clicker is to ping. The tactical ability is forward on the mouse. I like these types of things on the mouse just because I don't have to sacrifice my aim. I don't have to sacrifice, like, these are quick action buttons, you know, that you want to be able to engage someone and disengage someone faster. And yes, I'm using strafing techniques and bobbing and weaving, so I still need to practice on compensating when I'm doing that kind of motion on a standstill target, because let's face it, guys, when you're going up against a real target, you're not going to have them standing perfectly still, and you're not going to do this whole stare the devil in the eye type of business where you're going to take time and aim. Unless they're running away from you, then chances are you're going to stop. Try and crack those headshots while you can. So, like in the last video, if you guys watched the last video, I'm not going to put the links up this time around, but Dirty Cess is where I got my inventory set up, right? Where I can use the mouse to select what I want to select. Show you guys that. So the rest of the key bindings, spacebar is obviously going to be for jump. My B is bound to the left shift key, and I'm actually using my pinky for that, not any other finger. My control key is the sprint action, but I use sprint always on, or auto sprint. I have E is reload. I also have it alternatively set to R, because when I play PC, I do get in the habit of, you know, E is to use stuff, R is to reload normally, so I have that set up like that. And now for the switch weapon bindings, I actually have it on the scroll wheel of the mouse, but I also have it right above E. It's going to be number 3. So when you want to hold it and put you want to holster your weapon, right? Because let's face it, if you have your quick switch on the scroll wheel, you're just going to keep switching weapons. You can't exactly hold that down, so you got to have an alternative binding as well for that. The D-pad, I kept it pretty simple. It's TFGV, so obviously up being T, the left side being the F, the right side being the G, and the down side being the V. And for a little bit more quick access to the menu and the pause button. Now this is all relative to your keyboard, what I'm about to say, because mine, the spacebar is actually on an angle. It forms nice to my hand. That's one of the reasons why I got this keyboard. I'll try and show it up here. Okay, I did, again, I posted the links for my equipment in the last video, so make sure to check that one out. It's the previous Season 6 Xim Apex video. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth in this one than I did in the last one. So yeah, M and B, right, because those are right next to my thumb. So, you know, if I want to hit my inventory real quick, if I want to check out the map, obviously in here, it's not going to open the map, it's going to open the legend select. And just for an example, I'm on lifeline, boom, look how fast that was. Just to show off the mouse sense too. Now, going on to that, I don't think I'm missing anything else here. Let's check the secondary settings here. So yeah, I have game menu and map alternatively routed to F5 and F6, which again are on top of my thumbs on this particular keyboard, and they're written G5, G6, but that's irrelevant. Grenades are scrolled down. Keep in mind what I said about the D-pad, right? So you can use your D-pad for your grenades. You know, with the high DPI too, you're gonna find it's very easy to select what you want. You're not gonna have to make an alternative scheme that activates when you're holding the D-pad down or anything like that with the high DPI. And now if you're telling me, oh man, Andrew, I can't play with such a high DPI, my mouse is capped out at 12,000 DPI. No problem, easy fix for that. I actually have my Logitech tuned to a range of DPIs depending on what game I'm playing and my preferences, but lately I have been stuck on the 25,000 DPI because I find it breaks in and out of the aim assist so nice that it's good if you want to keep your PC, because like I said, I play on both, so I don't want to build bad muscle memory. I don't want to become dependent on the aim assist system. So you saw there, it's gonna pull, boom, I'm gonna break out of it, no problem. Very little. So yeah, now I'll show you this before I play with any other settings. So now we're at 12,000. So now you can clearly see that with my current setting, it's slow. I don't have my wrist flicking that I can do like with a high DPI. Say much faster with 25,000 DPI there. So now we're capped here. I don't have, and if you do look at your Xim device, it's important that you're waiting for that flicker to know your maximum turn speed. You don't want that has to build up super long. But anyways, so at 12,000 DPI, if you want a simple fix, you can actually switch over to common. And look at this. It feels exactly like I'm on 2,500 DPI, 25,000, sorry, DPI on default. So common is it multiplies your sensitivity by 2. I believe slow is a multiplier of, right, slow is after? Yeah, it's a multiplication of 4, and this just gets too wonky at 12,000 DPI. You would almost have to drop your sense dramatically. So that was another thing, I actually missed that. So sorry. Yeah, the synchronization is default, and the polling rate, once again, is 1,000 hertz. The in-game settings, we'll run over that real quick, but you really shouldn't have to, because if you are in the Xim app and you're looking at what the suggested settings are, that's what I'm using. My FOV, which does affect your sensitivity on the Xim and with the mouse, is on 100, and my sprint view shake is on minimal. So we're not going to go into my personal settings there, but as you can see, the mouse cursor right here is in the dead center of the second bar on trigger dead zone. Don't know what I just clicked there. So the sensitivity in game 7.7 for both, or you can go and hit same. Per optic sensitivity, I still fool around with this from time to time, so I like to have the first 3 with a bit of that aim assist, because you're a lot closer to the target, and the aim assist is generally stronger the closer you are to a target. And with these optics, excuse me, I have them at 8 just to eliminate the aim assist when I'm trying to practice for other games. Like COD, I don't play with the aim assist in COD. I do not like the aim assist in Call of Duty. I think it's so overpowered, and sometimes it's almost like you're trying to break into that aim assist bubble rather than it pulling you and locking you on a target. And actually, in-game sense. Yeah, that's it, guys. The next video is going to be right after this, and it's going to be for Doom Eternal. I will see you there.